We're back, baby. Let's go. Starting off with a hydration check. We're back. We're on. We're popping. Let's go. Let's go. Rise of the Dungeon Brandon. What? Is Brandon here? What? Is a Bardic Aggravation Squad here? I just got back. Beginning of the week, I got back from Michigan. I left. I went and filmed for 5 days in a row. 5 days in a row. We are here, and we all are here. Let's go. I went over to Bardic Aggravation. They are crazy. They flew me out to Michigan, where they are also live, and where my wife's parents live. And they flew me out to Michigan, and we filmed a five days. It was from 5 o'clock till 1 a.m. or 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. every day for 5 days in a row, and I was hyped every day for it, man. It was so crazy. So we filmed 4 probably episodes, 4 full-blown, not a one shot, but like a mini campaign. So yes, I was able to play Brutov. Brutov, there it is. Brutov, there we go. I was Brutov, the might-based druid shapeshifter. Sorry, I shouldn't say shapeshifter. I should say druid with the Paragon wild form enhancement. So yes, it was amazing. And on that note, I played druid on purpose for 2 reasons. 1 is the most advanced class. 2, I wanted to showcase the most advanced class still taking quick turns. Like one of the biggest things of, action points, these things. I want to showcase how fast DC20's combat can go if everyone knows what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times whenever people have shown it on video, the people don't know what they're doing because they're still learning the system, right? And sometimes the system changes. Sometimes there's an update, all this kind of stuff, right? So I wanted to play it for that reason, and I just want to showcase the druid. I really want to see where wild forms are at, and I freaking loved them. So heck yeah. So this live stream is a welcome back live stream, and it's going to be a Q&A. Off the rip, off the start, it's going to be a Q&A. So if you have questions, ask them. Hashtag question. And then hit me with the questions, and we're going to jump right into it today. So Dustbreaker's already here, and Wolves are here, and they're going to take your questions, and I'll answer them in the order I get them. Super chats up to the front of the line because I appreciate the support, and we already have 2 of them. That's crazy. And we have 10 super chats from Jeff Chambers and 10 super chats from Onyx Studios. And we're back, people. We're back. And Charlie Wolf's here. Oh, the Wolf Pack. So, question: are you hydrated? Taco Danger, I didn't even get that one from my moderators, and I saw it while hydrating. So there's that. So yeah, we're jumping right into it, people. Also, to answer some questions about the Bardic Aggravation thing, there's going to be very soon next week, next week, there's going to be an interview. They got some deep dives. We did like a 2-hour long interview, and then another one. So there's an interview that's going to drop and go live first, and then they're editing a very high production value whole setup in studio. In fact, I'll actually show you all this too before I jump right into the questions. This is their setup, y'all. Am I allowed to show that? I'm not going to ask them. I'm just going to show you guys. So I filmed this for my kids. I was like, all right, Dad, this is where Daddy goes at night at 5 o'clock, and then you don't see me until next day, right? This is their setup. My phone's blurry, but they got a really cool setup. A screen in the middle. They got a little triangle table situation. Everything's blurry. Let me blur. There we go. Game Master screen right there. That's where I was sitting. Look at all this. They got a circus tent in the background because it was like a circus theme. That's the Game Master's chair. Oh yeah. So that's all you get to see. There's a sneak peek. So I'm going to jump right into the questions. Let's freaking go. I'm excited. I feel like it's been a while. So let's go. All right. Let's jump on the super chats first so we get caught up there. Anniversary fee, Dustbreaker. What? Miss Dustbreaker and I celebrated 5 years married and 9 years together last week. Oh my gosh. Congratulations, Dustbreaker. That's so cool. And it means like Scott is such a nice dude. I met him at Gen Con literally multiple times now. So that's interesting. If it's your 5 years married and together, did you get married on your anniversary of getting together? So it's like the same day. That's very efficient. And less dates for you to have to memorize there, Scott. Nice work. Nice work. Oh wait, sorry. Dustbreaker. Dreamweaver is I just got Dustbreaker and Dreamweaver switched. My bad, Dustbreaker. I literally switched. Both of y'all are mods in that way. So Dustbreaker, Dreamweaver. I've done this multiple times of merging y'all together. So that's super sick though. Same concept of very efficient dates though. Very efficient dates. Love that. I have a terrible memory, so that would help me a lot. Dustbreaker. Nice. Thanks, bro. Zagard. Oh, no story today, as I have some new. Me and my GF are no longer dating. Oh my gosh, dude. We just had Dustbreaker celebrate a togetherness, and now we have Zagard celebrating, or not celebrating, a breakup because we got married on Friday. Oh my God. Okay, you got me. Okay, you got me. Okay. We had a fantasy-themed wedding in a forest. She got me a die that had our initials and wedding date as the 20. Oh my gosh. Zagard, what a roller coaster I just went on. Oh my gosh. I was setting up for some sadness, and then you just knocked out of the park, dude. That is quite the story right there, Zagard. Thank you for that. No more super chats from you, and that should be me trying to be my gift to you. Stop super chatting today as a celebration for your wedding. There you go. Appreciate you, dude. You rock, man. Wow, you really got me on that one. Jeff Bengal, please show us the draft range weapon styles from 0.10. My groups want to start testing them. Oh shoot. Whoa. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna see if I can just dig that up real fast here for you. We've already approved them, so they're gonna be in a different section. They're like in a limbo section that's like not on the master document yet. But oh, no, those are maneuvers. No, can't show those ones. Nice try. So updates. That was an old one. Pipeline, attack spells, martial manage styles. No, it's not 10. Oh, here we go. Not 10. Resting, class intros, check versus defense, conditions, martial chapter. I think martial chapter might be the situation. Throwing, managing area, features, removing poisons, attack spell, martial checks. All right, I think we're going to be going into the martial spell, maneuver. No, those are all maneuvers. Oh, those are all maneuvers. Shoot. I had them on. I feel like I had them on the screen at some point. Equipment chapter, skills, class, mechanical rifle. Nope. I'm gonna do one last check for. Oh, you know what? I might have something for you. Because again, if I have to look for too long, obviously it's not. It's a very entertaining situation. So I'm going to try and go to the current master document right now. So then we're going to go to equipment. To see, this is not. I doubt this is going to be. Weapon styles. Yes, this is it. Okay. So then staff, sword, whip, sling. Okay, so then ranged properties. I can go down to range. I did find it for you. There we go. Ranged. I'll put this over here. I'll bring it on the side of the screen. There we go. Ranged. Pull this up and then hit you right here. There. Boom. Range weapon styles. Hey, look at that. The most specific super chat ever. There you go, Jeff Bengal. Bow, target makes agility save. It's slowed. Crossbow is the D4 help die on yourself. It's actually not going to be called a help die. It's just a D4 added to your add a D4 to your attack check with it. It's not going to be called a help die, just for the record. Because then it's like, oh, helping, bardic help, and all that stuff. No. Target makes agility save and hindered for the sling, which is a new weapon style. So there's that. Boom. There you go, Jeff Bengal. Let's go. Sweet. I'm glad I found that. Bam. Nice. All right. And then Simon Argent. Ran DC20 at a con the other weekend. 5 out of 5 games ran. Nice. Like you ran 5 games? Tons of positive feedback. One guy definitely buying rules plus talking to a contact for VTT and development. Oh, let's go, Simon. Simon, spreading the good word. Let's go, Simon. Thank you to anyone who's running these games at conventions. Thank you so much. I fully plan on, once the game's done, I want to go to conventions and run them and have a booth and all this other kind of stuff. But I feel like if I kept going to cons, I wouldn't make the dang game. So there's that, right? Other people in other industries and companies, the face of the company is not the main lead designer. So then it's a lot easier to be able to just go and run and you know. But I feel like I have to stay in the bunker and work. So there we go. So I appreciate you guys running games like that. I really do. Jekyll Geeks. Oh, cool. Jekyll Geeks RPG Realm. Oh, look at that. They're stepping it up. What other planes of existence are going to be in the standard DC20? By standard, I mean the campaign setting you're eventually releasing. Oh, the wheel, the Great Wheel. There's going to be 16 planes. There's going to be elemental planes. There's going to be 4 elemental planes. There's going to be a Feywild, a Shadowfell type situation, all different names and different spins on the whole thing. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot. So I love Planes of Existence. So heck yes. Now, campaign setting. Now, would those planes be in the core campaign setting of DC20? I'd say probably not. Probably not. There's so much that's going to already be in the campaign setting. I don't think there's also going to be all the Planes of Existence, because that's just such a huge thing that I want to do right, like traveling between them and all this other kind of stuff. So that's going to be an expansion content for that. So the core campaign setting is going to have the core of the world, right? But everything else is going to be like the basics will be there, like the outline of the world will be there, but not like, oh, going to each plane, like the fully fleshed out things. I hope that answers your question, or at least the layout. So thank you, Jekyll Geek. Joe M, what's up, Joe M? Hey, Lizzie says hi. Hey, Lizzie. Hey, Joe. Everybody's got their names back to fixed. It was this weird @ thing, and now everybody's names are fixed. That's awesome. Nice, Joe. Good to see you, Joe. You and Lizzie are just the best. So wholesome. Kirabia Cooper Malik. Why are Master and Grandmaster skill masteries included on the sheet when they're far beyond normal play? Another plus for third might skill. What? Another plus vote for... a third might skill? I don't want to add a third might skill just for the sake of there being a third might skill. I see that I actually now, it's funny you say that because there is actually 3 in each one. So I do see that. That's interesting. But I don't know if there should be a third might skill just for that reason. You know what I'm saying? So I do see what you're saying. And if somebody makes a proposal good enough for why there should be a third one, or maybe separating athletics in some way into 2 different things, maybe, but that's really interesting. That you pointed that out there. And then, there's lots of aspects of the game that I want to make sure pan out into the future. So I want to lay out the character sheet in a way that also pans out into the future. Because if I were to build a character sheet around 3 bubbles, it might look different, and then the spacing would change, and then we're like, oh, I really love how this looks. Oh, wait, we have to add in more bubbles. Oh, shoot. Okay, now, you know what I'm saying? So I do, if I know something's going to be in the game, I want to put it there, right? In general. Now, I did, in the earlier editions of DC20, there was the prestige system, and then I have removed that from 0.9.5 and beyond until we put it back in, because it is not smart to, we put something in and we have to keep changing and tweaking the thing that's not even technically in the game yet. So there's my stance on that. But I love that question. Aegis, coach, you can totally show the maneuvers. Ha 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 ha. Oh, I took such a long hydration check. I forgot what we were talking about. Anyway, Liam, starting a new thing where shout out an awesome community member every week for being a generous giver of memberships and someone who is kind enough to share resources with me. Aegis Virium, you are awesome person of the week. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. y'all, the DC20 community, just created a awesome person of the week award and are going to be giving it out through super chats, which supports the creation of DC20. Why am I so lucky? This is crazy. Thanks, Liam. You have never ceased to amaze me. And then Afari Noxa joined as a team member. Let's go. Thank you, Afari Noxa. Afari's icon is a chicken. Jake the Beast. Wait, Jake the Beast is the paperclip icon from that one Microsoft program from a long time ago. Do you have an update on Roll20? Roll20 has not got back to me. I know they said that they had a big push towards Gen Con. They're back from Gen Con and they are dialing things in. That's when we had that meeting, and they've just been working on it. So I don't have an update. But at the first of the month is when I check in and update with them if they haven't updated with me. My first of the months are awful. There's so many things that have to happen on the first of the month. It usually takes me a day or two just from the first and the second to just get through all those things, and then I can get back to regular scheduled programming of normal working. But yeah, one of those things on that list on the first is check in with those types of things. So there's that. Update on spells for 0.10 October release. I would say right now, right now, I would say it's not looking good for that October 29th 0.10 release. Not looking good. So my goal now is Christmas. My goal now is Christmas, and I could say, oh, Thanksgiving, but like, I'm really trying to give my best estimate. And again, I don't say dates, but I would love to get DC20 0.10 finished by Christmas. That would be awesome, and that'd be an awesome Christmas present to the community. So there's that. Boom, there we go. So Dragon made it. Let's go. 5 days of DC20, that's rad. Yeah, it was a gauntlet. It was awesome. Yeah. So, all right, now, this first stream. Hamza Asif. I might have some questions. We'll see if we get some questions on the bardic aggravation thing. I'm not going to say any spoilers, but stay tuned. Wait, here's the current collection. Wait, okay. All right, question. Simon. So I'm not going to give any spoilers. And then Aegis Verum, you just were shouted out as the awesome person of the week and then still kept giving memberships. Thank you, Aegis. Oh my gosh. Let's go. So no spoilers for any bardic aggravation things, but it was awesome and it was a gauntlet, and it was funny. We after 5 days of filming from 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. or later, back to back. I flew home on Sunday and I played my session then too. My wife was like, "You're not tired of DC20 by now?" After all that, and I was like, nope, playing on Sunday. So we played an awesome session Sunday. So heck yeah, I miss being a GM. I was a player for so long. I was like, I want to be a game master. Osen Heaney, thank you for the super chat. Hello from the land down under. Question: Sumner equals Pokemon, Tamer equals Digimon. I tried to do my best Australian accent there. I got a little bit of words, but now is Sumner. So I would say my analogy is Tamer equals, honestly, if you're referencing that concept that like a Digimon trainer has 1 Digimon and Pokemon have 6, I would say yes. Right? I would say yes there. But Summoner is multiple summons and Tamer is 1 creature that keeps evolving and getting stronger. So I think you're on the right track, Osen. That's actually a pretty cool analogy if that's where you're going down, right? Not bad, mate. Thanks, Velias. And then Brandon, the GM of Bardic Aggravations one-shot or circus campaign that I did with them, gifted 50 memberships. Brandon, stop it, Brandon. No more, Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. You're crazy, Brandon. I hope your voice is better. Brandon lost his voice mid-campaign, so heck yeah. All right, here we go. Next question from the chat. I'll get this one. Simon, I had a session where my BBEG got taunted by a bard. Disadvantage on attacks, not against the bard. BBG does an AoE spell attack against multiple targets, bard included. How should this play out? Simon, that is taken care of in the core rules. I got you. So if any targets, so I'll answer your question by answering it for any situation. If any targets by an AoE have a match of disadvantage or advantage or just the flat roll or whatever, you just do them in order, starting with the least amount of dice. So I would just do the regular roll first. I do the regular roll first. Roll one single D20. It hits the table. That is the one single dice for anyone that has a flat check. Any flat checks, that applies for them. Cool. And then if it has disadvantage, like you're saying the disadvantage against the bard, you keep that dice and you pick one more and you roll that one. There you go. It's the fastest you can do it. And I would say take it one step farther. Let's say one target in this AoE has disadvantage, one's a flat roll, one's advantage. You roll one dice, that is the one for the single target. There's that one. And then you roll a second dice, and that is the disadvantage / advantage. And you just look at both of those two dice, take the higher for disadvantage, take the lower for advantage. For disadvantage. You get the idea. Take the lower for disadvantage, higher for advantage. Done. Super fast and simple. You also can make it even faster if you have a primary dice. I myself have a primary dice. Whenever I game master, I have this big, huge purple D20, and then I have any other D20. So if I ever roll with advantage and there's that whole situation happens, I grab any two D20s as long as one of them is my bigger one. That's why I roll a bigger one. I roll both, and the bigger one applies to the regular stuff or the first one or the what, anytime that something's happening. And or same thing if I ever have like, you get the idea. And then I'm game master explaining things that nobody asked for. So there's that little sneak peek there, right? And then Liam, did the Bardic Aggravation session throw a monster at you that will go in the monster manual? No. I can answer that question. No. Although that might be interesting to do, to have a little Easter egg in there where I do something like that. But my answer to that right now is no. But that's an interesting thought, Liam. Very cool question. Jekyll Geek, any idea where the Metallic Dragon patrons will get access to some of the new spells and maneuvers? A tamer for a riding pig for my halfling. A tamer. Whoa, the tamer class. Tamer class is going to be a while. Maneuvers should be within a week or two. Should be maneuvers will be released to Metallic Dragon patrons. Those will be the .10 maneuvers are going to be done sooner than the spells, and then the spells are going to be coming through in batches where we have like, oh, this is a cool batch of spells, and I'm just going to add it to there with the caveat that these aren't probably the final versions, but at least you guys get to see them. So heck yeah, Jekyll, I got you. Zagard, say "Rise up, lights" in a British Cockney accent. Razor blots, razor blots. Razor blots, razor blades. Razor blades? Is that what you're trying to get me to say? Oh, speed it up. Now you said razor blades in an Australian accent. Razor blades, razor blades, razor blades. Oh, I see. I did it. All right, cool. Zagard. I actually heard it before I even read you say, oh, that was awesome. That's cool. Razor blades. Simon, thanks, makes sense. That's how I thought it'd work. Nice, Simon. There you go. I got you. Afari Noxa, please release .10 by Christmas. I will bully my friends in a DC20 Christmas one shot. Love you, Coach Stoke. All right, Afari. All right, I have to cancel the stream now. I'm gonna go work. I'm gonna get to work. Okay. That's so exciting to hear, man. Like that type of stuff fires me up. That type of stuff fires me up. I had a lot of stuff to do today and yesterday to get caught up with being gone, and then tomorrow my slate's clean and I'm just diving in. So just some spells, baby. So let's go. Awesome. Oh, also another cool update. I'll probably talk about this next live stream. But the Artificer is finalized. The Artificer class, levels 1, 2, 3, and 4, release for DC20 magazine in 7 days. So that's super cool. The first, it's October's magazine. So that's super awesome. We finished it, and the 2 subclasses, super awesome. Very exciting stuff. That officially finished yesterday. So yeah. Sneak peek. Whoa. Thoughts on continuous sustained AoE attacks, like a dragon belling fire, and the dragon moves, the point of origin, and the cone moves. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Boo, and it just keeps going. Absolutely. That's kind of already a thing. So yes, we are synced up, Liam. Very nice. And then hold up. I'm gonna make sure I make a note here from the other thing. I just remembered that I didn't take a note that other thing. There we go. Okay. Okay. All right. And then we're going back to the questions. AoE attacks. Okay, we got that with Liam. All right. Then next question, Jeffrey. How is spells progress? I'm going to do the whole spell showcase. This one's just a Q&A. Spells did not openly. I always am 100% straight up with you guys. Spells did not have a huge amount of progress last week because I was gone filming DC20 campaign for a week last week, right? So 5 days. So that's where I've been. So you can blame Bardic Aggravation for that, but then it'll hopefully be worth it because it's going to be super entertaining to see the 2 interviews and 4 session episodes with me as a player as a Might Druid going crazy, right? Stay tuned for that. Kyle. Late fee. So sorry, I've been busy. Been a busy shift. Is the Artificer have a Halloween themed? Also, how's the Bardic Aggravation game? The Bardic Aggravation game was wild. It had one of the craziest endings I've ever seen in a TTRPG ever. It was mind blowing, and I was like in the center of it. It was absolutely insane. They got me. It was crazy. But I also got them. So I can't wait to tell you guys about it. It was crazy. So there's that. But no, the Artificer is not Halloween themed. Oh man, that's funny. Ryan, question. How does it feel to play older versions of the game when you have... Ryan, that was strange. My brain is codified to 0.10 and the one shot was 0.9.5. And there was multiple times where I was like, yeah, this would be better if it was .10. I didn't say anything, obviously, because I'm not going to try and like, oh, the multiple check penalty is different, or this and this and that, or oh, the spell, man, spell. Yeah. So it is frustrating, but also motivating at the same time because we keep improving the game. I love to see those improvements and then feel even better about those improvements as I'm like, yes, we're going in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? So heck yeah. And Felix, human summoner. Human summoner? What do you mean human summoner? Of course you can be a human, and of course you can be a summoner. Absolutely. And if you wanted to summon humans, I guess that's a whole nother story. You're probably not going to be summoning human. You can flavor it as humans, so like undead or spectral humans, or I don't know. You can flavors free, right? So heck yeah, Felix. Wandering Wookie, what's up, Wandering Wookie? I hope you find your home someday. What if instead of parry/shield we had a single counter? Same rules as spell duel, but for martials, just like what spellcasters can already do. Even ranged players could fire an arrow to do a counter strike. That is something we have talked about. I'm going to make sure in the martial pass this week that we talk about that. Melee spell duel version shield. Yes, we have talked about that before. We have thought about a maneuver for that before. So that is something that has been on the table and we have talked about. It is fat. It's like tanking. There's going to be like being able. I love how parry and there's another version coming out, an AD version, brace coming out. I love how those feel. So I don't know if some of that stuff would be. It could be potentially very strong because it's oh man, that's more of a game design question. I really like how they feel currently. We have talked about messing with the other way, but then I worry about how strong that could be, because if you're making a check against their check and stuff like that, then that's a whole nother dynamic that I worry about messing up the dynamic I already like, is kind of the where that one comes from. But yes, we've talked about those before for sure. And then Osenhini, with corrosion damage, will there be spell/abilities that affect defenses, i.e. rusting off armor? Yes, absolutely. One of the key features of corrosion is lowering defenses, lowering defenses. Yes, that is one of the things that's codified into the corrosion spells. Not all of them, but heck yeah. What's up, Curly Bull? I see you. Vapora, what progress has been made for spells rework? What have been made for spells rework? rework. I don't know what you mean by rework. That's one of the things I mentioned a little bit ago is while I was gone, not a lot of progress was made on spells. I'm sure my dev team was working on some spells and that's all that kind of stuff. But I don't even want to know where they're at because they are working purposely apart from me at this test. We are overlapping on maneuvers and artificer and all these other things. But before we've each done our own thing, I have a hard and fast rule on my team that you have to make your own. I have to make my own. Then we bring the potluck to the table and see what the best food options are going to be. You know what I'm saying? So heck yeah. Liam, I am okay with DC20 being delayed if it's because you need to take a day to watch Princess Bride. I have not seen. I think I have seen Princess Bride, but it was one of those things where it was like on and I didn't like really pay attention to it. So I do need to watch Princess Bride because there's so many times it comes up as a reference. So yeah. And then Mantic, I don't have a question and just wanted to join the fun. I think my new favorite quote is flavor is free. Plus I second what Liam said. What Liam said. These being late with Princess Bride. You second what? Oh man, I guess I gotta go watch Princess Bride. Maybe I'll put on my third screen or something and work on DC20 while I watch it. There you go. But I probably will miss everything just like I did last time. So whoops. Time out for Princess Bride. Velios, hey coach, with magic items, can I include curses that subtract from the total magic power? I've done that with a few items I've published, but I'm not sure if that's something intended in DC20 magic items. Absolutely. Just like how ancestries have negative traits and it affects the overall power of that character in a negative way, it makes them worse at stuff. You absolutely can do that with cursed items as well. Absolutely. Some sort of negative, and this curse applies to the character. That's cool for a couple of reasons. One, it gives them, I love having drawbacks and that type of stuff. So having that is amazing. Two, maybe there's a way to remove the curse, and technically that would increase the power of the magic item. Because if you have a 3 power magic item with a -1 property, that means actually it's a magic power 2, right? If you could remove that -1, technically that's actually as strong as a magic power 3 now, you know what I'm saying? So hydration check, thank you, Fred. Ha. Yes, inspired by the entry system. And as y'all are starting to see, DC20 mixes and matches with itself. It's all connected. It's all connected. Oh my gosh, Wheeler with a $33.33 super chat. Wheeler says, unused interview question. If you could polymorph into any animal for a day, what would it be? So we did an interview and it was like 2+ hours. And so maybe you cut some questions because it was going so long, but I would have stayed with you, buddy. That's funny. What animal? I have to be a flying animal. It would have to be a flying animal. If it's a fantasy animal, it'd probably be a griffin. Well, obviously dragon, but a dragon. Okay, no. But if it's a real life animal, I'd probably say like a peregrine falcon. You know, whatever the ones that like dive. I would just fly up as high as I could and then just dive, and I'd probably just keep doing that until I ran out of my animal form for that. However, 24 hours. That's awesome. I love that question. Thanks, man. Jeff Chambers. To the fund for coach to watch Princess Bride. I should have that be a super chat goal. If we hit the goal, I watch Princess Bride. That might be something we do. Oh my gosh, Luna. Oh my gosh. Okay, so my wife Sarah is in the chat right now, and she responded. She actually knows how to do respond. She knows, she's advanced enough on YouTube to know that you can respond to these things. She responded to Wheeler's question about what animal you change into, and she would change into Luna, our own husky dog. Absolutely checks out. She's obsessed with our dog, so she probably would just like hug herself and just kind of lay there on the floor. Oh, Luna, that's crazy. Dustbreaker, lore fee for late start, inspiration for my campaign. Whoa. I do think I was 1 or 2 minutes late. You are right about that. I don't know what lore drop I should do. I did just come up with a new piece of world building lore having to do with, I'll say this, and this is in my campaign as well. There is a city in the DC20 campaign setting. There is a psionic city of the Cyborn people, and another sneak peek from Dustbreaker here. and I feel bad for mixed matching you and Dreamweaver, so I'm gonna give a sneak peek just as an apology to you as well, and for being late. As I've said in DC20, the ancestors are not going to be Psy-born, Beast-born, Dragon-born, Angel-born. That's not going to be the name of them. That's going to be like a scientific name, sure. But there's going to be like Aasimar, Tiefling. There's going to be names for them like they have in D&D and other games, right? The Scion, Psy-born, sorry, the Scion is a class. Psy-born, the Psy-born are called right now the Thalnari, right? So the Thalnari, in the DC20 campaign setting, the Thalnari have a massive floating city, their capital, their kingdom. The kingdom of the Thalnari kingdom is a massive floating city that is held up by the collective minds of all of their citizens. So whenever a new Thalnari is born and they become of age, they have to start to be able to contribute and hold up a section of the city. Like a section of the city is theirs, and they have to constantly keep trying to hold it up, right? And if people leave the city, it's like frowned upon because you're leaving people to carry the weight for you. Usually people aren't allowed to live there because unless they have some sort of telekinetic powers. So if you see a non-Thalnari race on the city of Thalnari, like the Thalnari kingdom, which will have some other name, they probably are a Scion in some way. So if you see a human walking the streets, they probably have some sort of mental capacity to be able to do that. So yeah, there you go. So there's a little sneak peek of some DC20 lore. Heck yeah. So there you go. Next question. Nemgard, incentive to watch Princess Bride start the campaign. Oh my gosh. More Princess Bride. I think it's $15 worth of Princess Bride bribery. That's funny. Princess bribery is what we're going to call it right now. Curly Bolt, late fee. Also, can this go towards a Princess Bride? Okay. How have you not watched it? Okay, we're at $25 for Princess Bride. Wow. Princess Bride Fund, bring it on, coach. Okay. If we... Okay. Princess Bride Fund, Fire Knox, bring it on, coach. Before light. So you're not aware with what the dev team is making. I've instructed them to make, and I showed them what the dev team is making. So I should be more clear with spells. I'll show the categories. Where's the categories? Big picture. Shoot, actually, yeah, okay. So I'll do, where's my screen here? So these are all the spell categories, and within each of these, and this massive thing on the bottom here, right? So we'll go to something like nature, right? So under nature, right? So we have a bunch of different spells and a bunch of different things going on with nature and different types of spells and the descriptions for them, and then special properties, extra concepts. So nature spells, right? Now, so my team cannot come to the nature spells meeting unless they have worked on nature spells or they've been doing other things and they are purposely not going to, because I have 7 other people on the team. I don't need all 7 of them to make nature spells. There will just be a timeline of like, all right, finish your nature spells by this time. And then we all come to the table of the potluck of the nature spell potluck. I have all mine, they have all theirs, and then we combine them together and see what's going on and like see what nature spells make the cut, see which foods get to go to the party or whatever you want. The analogy is starting to fall apart, right? So I absolutely know, and I specifically tell my team to work on different things, but I have not seen what the nature spells they are making are, because I don't want to see that, because I don't want to be in a box of what they started to say, and maybe the way they did their vine spell is different than I did mine. That's awesome. But if I saw their vine spell first and then went to go make my own vine spell, I am biased, and that's why I don't want to see what they make yet, right? So hopefully that's a bit more of a clearer picture. It's not like they're just off in a wild, wild west and I have no idea what they're doing, and then, they just come to show up with like, wait, what is that? They absolutely have a whole spreadsheet, a whole Notion scrum board of all the different stuff that they're working on. So yeah. And then Rick... Rick, what are you doing, Rick? Rick, my youngest son and Rick played so hard. They Rick is so good with kids, man. They miss you, buddy. I want Princess Bride. I watch Princess Bride every time I take a flight. Best movie ever. Dude, okay, is Princess Bride on Delta? Does Delta play Princess Bride? because I don't know if I saw it, and if it is, next time I fly, I'm gonna watch it, and there we go. Everybody's gonna be happy. Best movie ever. We love Brutov. You were amazing in Brutov's absence. No chicken man. No chicken man with no more games, chicken man. We do not do this no more. No more chicken man. These chicken knights, get out of here. That's funny. Thanks, Rick. Stop super chatting bar activation, guys. Stop it. Moonreaver, Princess Bride Front, double feature with Spellblades just because. Double feature Spaceballs. I saw Spaceballs and said Spellblades. That's how deep into DC20 I am. Venorandua. What a cool name. Do you worry that the name DC20 isn't unique and / distinct enough when the game is published? So I'll answer that question as honestly as I can. No, I don't. I'm not worried about that. I think DC20 sticks the landing in a different way, and I think even that itself, kind of like how your question's structured, is distinct enough. The game, I'm watching Dimension 20 Cloudward Ho, and in 3 days I have a meeting with Brendan Lee Mulligan. How perfect little analogy right here. So I have a meeting on the 26th with Brendan Lee Mulligan, and we've talked about DC20 multiple times. That's what that's all we're talking about. And then I've been watching Cloudward Ho. There's things out that's on Dropout right now. Not sponsored by Dropout. That'd be weird. But I'm watching their series, and I can't tell you how many times I hear Brendan Lee Mulligan say, "That's a DC20, DC20, DC20." So I'm like, hey, it's funny to me like that. I think it evokes what the game concept is. I think it's within the niche. It's within the hobby. People know. I absolutely think DC20 is an iconic name for that, and I can almost guarantee this. And I think if everybody took a big step back and probably like, yeah, if I were to name it something else, which I almost did, I even have the name in my head right now of what I almost named it. If I did name it something, it probably would upset more people than it didn't, right? So the people that are like, man, DC20, and the names that don't like it, you probably would be happy if I named it something. Absolutely. But I would say probably the majority of people would be like, oh, what? That's weird, right? For example, Project Black Flag was named Tales of the Valiant, and people were like, wait, what? Okay, I thought Black Flag was cooler, you know what I'm saying? And then like Draw Steel, I was surprised by that name. Interesting. So names, it's a rough shot. It's a shot in the dark if it's gonna be good or not. I've tried and attempted and spent hundreds of hours working on names for it. But I think DC20 is where it's at. So love that question. That's like a meta naming question. Love that. Thank you, dude. Kibria Cooper Malik, any other lore you can give about dragons? Love what you said a while ago. Dragons are cool. I love me some dragons. Dragon lore right now, shoot. I think I dropped enough. I dropped what I wanted to drop on dragon lore and like how dragons can spawn, and they have like a hoard of something that's not necessarily gold, and they are protective by nature, and they like to when I say hoard, it's more so like I protect this thing and I want more of this thing, and I want to make sure it's this is like a protection type thing. Dragons are inborn protectors. As you can see the lore in some of the mechanics of DC20, if you look at the Dragonborn ancestry, there's some protecting type things in there, and Brutov took those for the record, my character, so stay tuned for that. But that's all I really have. I don't have any more dragon lore queued up like I just did with the Thalnari City, but stay tuned. Zagard, here is $20 to have you play It Takes Two instead of Princess Bride. Bum bum bum. It Takes Two. It Takes Two, is that another movie? I've not heard of It Takes Two. I live in a hole, and I just do gaming stuff, right? That's all I do, okay? I don't know what these things are. No, thank you, Zagard. Nomad's Tap House. Coach, it hurts my blackened soul that you've not seen Princess Bride, so I'm doing my part. Oh my gosh, Nomad's Tap House. There are so many people coming out of the woodworks to get me to watch Princess Bride. Wow. Wow. Okay. I see you guys. Oh well, Fantasy Gamer is saying that DC20 stands for Dungeons and Coaches. That's a new one. Oh, it's funny. Liam, not going enough to just watch Princess Bride. He must watch The Family. With the family. It was a great bonding moment with my dad. I hope it makes your similar experience with you and your kids. Can I watch Princess in the chat right now? Can I watch Princess Bride with my 5-year-old and 3-year-old? Is that okay? I feel like somebody gets their arms chopped off. Is it gory or is it just funny? I don't know. Can I watch Princess Bride with my 5 and 3-year-old? Or just 5-year-old maybe. I don't know. Let me know. Grumpy Gorilla, how about the name Coach's Corner? for the name for DC20 be Coach's Corner? Coach's Corner. I think that would be way too grandiose or way too self-absorbed. Yeah, naming after myself. No, can't do that. That's funny. Yes. Oh wow, yes. Okay. Oh yeah, I see you guys. All right, yes. Wow, those are like literally all yeses. Okay, cool. Done. That's when it's gonna happen. Topaz Frog, Saya. I beg for one stream for thy European fans. Oh, Topaz. Oh man, I feel bad. The thing with streaming, especially whenever you're trying to grow a stream, is to be consistent when you do it. That's the hard part. It really is. I do patron streams. I do have all patrons, entry-level patrons, every single patron on Tuesdays. Wednesday, the day after that. I do stream every Wednesday as well for patrons, and it's in the morning. So it probably would be better for European fans. It's at like 10 o'clock my time. Right now it's 9 o'clock p.m. I stream at like 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. or mid-noon my time. So I do shake it up there for that. But I can't change this time. My hands are literally tied on this time. It would hurt the channel overall if it was any other time. So hopefully that makes sense. And then my friends didn't like DC20 or Draw Steel. My friends didn't like DC20 or Draw Steel. My last try with Nimble 2, else I'm GM no more. Just be a player on stupid D&D with my stupid friends. Oh my God. Oh wow, Louise. Wow. That is so sad and so hilarious at the same time, man. Oh my gosh. Maybe just find new friends, you know what I'm saying? Get out of here. Get them out of here, you know what I'm saying? They don't know. They don't understand. That's funny. I can't remember. Cameron Bradford. We should do a Princess Bride watch party. Oh my gosh. Next stream is just Princess Bride watch party. Can I even do that? Is that legal? I don't know. Zagard. Princess Bride is rated PG. Oh, cool. It Takes Two is a co-op game. Oh, okay. It Takes Two. I see. I was in movie head. It Takes Two is literally the game I bought and I have in our room right now. So, okay, I see. I was thinking watching movies, and then It Takes Two. I was like, what is that movie? Absolutely know what you're talking about whenever you're talking about the game I bought based on your recommendation. So we're back to synced up. Thank you, Zagar. Nomad's Tap House. Torture scene in a scary forest. So I'd say PG. Okay. That's scary. Yeah, absolutely. That's good to actually know that's where that's what the things to watch out for. So actually, genuinely, thank you for that, Nomads. That's awesome. Sean Van Beverholt, let's go, dude. Princess Bride is set up as a fairy tale being told to a kid. 100% family friendly. Okay, there you go. Done. Love it. I see it. All right, cool. I'm gonna kick into overtime. I'm gonna try and answer a bunch of questions, and then we're doing the giveaway as usual. People, let's go. Event Horizon. Do you have any Gremlin art you can share? Yes, I've shared Gremlin art before. Special characters, image, arts, DC20, character arts, ancestries, image and arts, ancestries. There's ancestries. Ancestries, gremlins. Boom. Gremlin. Change the screen. Gremlin. Oh, bad picture. Gremlin. There's a gremlin. Boom, one gremlin. And then, why can't I click off of that? And then, boom, other gremlin. Boom. Like Chitara almost from freaking Thundercats. There's that. Boom. And then there we go. And then we also have a mantis born. Whoa. There you go. Boom. Oh, sorry. I'm in overtime. I should be going faster than this. Ventura. Venrandua. Have you thought about changing the name of DC20 when it's published? Do you worry about? Oh, I got you on that one. JM. Are there plans to include crafting rules for potions, poison, magic items in the core rules? The core rules will have a outline of a crafting system and a downtime system that will let you adjudicate a crafting system in a very simple way. There will be a future release of a full-blown crafting system and a more advanced book specifically centered around crafting, the Artificer, Warforged, magic, etc. Right? So that's, I think, the best way it's going to be done. But the downtime system for DC20 will have something that will take care of that for you. So there you go. Bottled No. What do you think about the stun condition from Dungeons and Dragons and how it can affect pacing and mood of combat? The stun condition in Dungeons and Dragons is terrible. It is terrible. It is the epitome of not fun. It sucks as the game master when they stun your BBEG, and it sucks to be a player and be stunned because you just lost your turn. It's a game mechanic where you no longer play the game. Wild. Absolutely wild to have in a game. Imagine if there was a game, a board game, and then just like every once in a while there's a mechanic where you just lose your turn. That's crazy. No, absolutely not. My sons have a game where there's this dragon gem game where it's this like plastic dragon and you like put its head and wings down and there's gems and you have to draw a card to see which gem you draw. In the deck of cards, there was a dragon with an X on it. And that means you lose your turn. And that's BS and that's dumb. So I changed it. And I, as the game designer I am now, I was like, nope, absolutely not. So the new thing that is when you draw an X on the card, you have to put it down. And if you get 3 X's, the dragon wakes up automatically, right? Oh my gosh, it's another way to lose the game. You either wake up the dragon by accidentally touching a gem too hard, or you draw 3 X's and then, oh my gosh, this game's over. So I took some the dragon X's out and I threw them away. And I have a number that's equivalent to like how it would be like, oh no, we're gonna, right? Because losing your turn is bad. So yes, I fully think that is bad. I will stake my, yeah. So what was it? What was the stunned? Oh yeah. So in DC20, stunned 1, you lose 1 action point. Stunned 2, stunned 3. So yes, there is stunned 4 in DC20, but in order to become stunned 4, you either have to roll a nat 1 or something, or have something very, 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 very terrible happen, right? So there you go, right? All right, there we go. I probably answered that question for too long. I'm sorry. And then Robin Armstrong, what are the advantages of being a large character? Powerful build lets you increase your size by 1, but I can't find and spell that advantages are. In the chapter Creatures in Combat, there's the very top has a size. Under that says moving creatures. Under that is grappling rules, all those type of things. Basically, you have advantage. If anyone tries to move you, or you try and grapple somebody, or they try and grapple you, or you are tried to be forcibly moved is kind of the big package deal phrase. You're trying to be shoved, grappled, restrained, some sort of physical messery, right? You have advantage on that, right? So that's just one notch of advantage. Also, creature size categories. If it's a small creature, they straight up can't grapple you. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't grapple a creature 2 sizes larger, etc. So there's things like that as far as size categories go. It mainly has to do with like grappling and movement type things, advantages and disadvantages, etc. Right? So there you go. And then I think we can do another one. Afari Noxa. I know monstrosities are cool, but do you have plans for lots of beasts? I love fantasy animals. Absolutely. I also don't like something that this might be different. There will be high CR beasts that are not monstrosities. I don't like, in fact, I almost feel like I can just say this. There are not going to be monstrosities in DC20. There are going to be beasts that are just very powerful beasts, right? They're aberrations. Basically take monstrosities and take the weird ones and put them in aberrations, and take the cool ones or the non like creepy ones and put them into beasts. That's what it should be. You should have beasts that are like, oh, the powerful beasts are like a chimera. Oh shoot, that's crazy, right? And then monstrosities or abominations or aberrations or whatever, those are like the tentacle, slimy, gross thing, you know what I'm saying, like that, right? So that's DC20. So there you go. That might have just sneak peeked some stuff there. See, that's also, I get reckless when I'm on super chat. I get not super chat. I get reckless when I'm in overtime. So I got to be careful with that. And then Jake the Beast, you said your current work on spells has changed your plans with maneuvers. What are other mechanics you've changed because of stuff like that? Oh yeah, shoot. Now that's a question I can't do in overtime, but I do love that question because that's the concept of like, we have the games established, and as we keep expanding, we're like, wait a second. If we change this, that would ripple back and change this. Artificer's another example. When we made the Artificer's first level feature, infusions, it rippled back and changed the magic system, the magic item system. So there's that. Boom, there we go. Say something in the chat. Say something in the chat. I'll answer one more question, and then I'm doing the giveaway. Bang. Mini Warlord has a 0.5 patch update for the Scion release. Mini Warlord, I have a post on that. I posted it on Patreon. I have the link to it. I'm absolutely fine. I would just post that publicly. So moderator message me to make a post on that somewhere so that I can release that, because I don't want people to not have, if people bought the Scion, I don't want them to not have, an update for that. So and we did update it, but then I think the Sciborn was the thing that was not. The Scion has been updated. The Scion class has been updated for 0.905. The Sciborn, I think, was what was slacking or with all the ancestry stuff. So I will make a note to do that for you. So I got you. And then boom, there we go. All right, here we go. Hashtag or winner. This is for the DC20 giveaway. Boom, boom. You get copy of DC20, all future updates, and the Monster Starter Pack. Spencer Dent, let's go. And you subscribe to this channel. Let's go, Spencer. Spencer Dent, message moderator, go on Discord, message moderator, and hit them up, and they will get you back and get you set up. So heck yeah, let's go. Congrats, Spencer. Let's go. So next week I will do a more of a spell showcase, show you all what's going on, and we'll kick it back in that time. And maybe an Artificer sneak peek. I think I also said that. Awesome. Cool. Stay creative. Think outside the box. And I will say, with all of the effort based on you guys with Princess Bride, I don't think I should do like some sort of certain goal thing. I'm going to watch Princess Bride, and I'm going to watch it with my boys. And I'm not going to do a watch party. No watch party. But I will watch Princess Bride. I'm going to put it on my family to-do list because you guys are crazy, and I got you. Love you guys. Stay creative. Thanks to the